Hello, people. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. We are going to be a little shorthanded for a little bit. Simon is still under doctor's orders. Well, I see. I got an echo going here. I got to get rid of that. All right, let's try it again. So Simon is still under doctor's orders, so he won't be with us tonight. Um, Trina beat Russ to the laptop, his computer, so he'll be a little late, but he will be here. And that's it. Just us, the 10 of us, the 11 of us. Uncle Smiley, I see you down there, buddy. Let me start back up at the top. My dog over there is shaking his head and rattling his dog tag. So let's start from the top. Bat, how's it going, buddy? Damoose, how you doing, sir? Uncle Smiley, there you are. You're up here too. You should be getting your shipment. Once someone else comes in the chat or on the panel, I'll check that. But I think you should have gotten it, or maybe getting ready to get it. Oh no, you know what? I think it's a Monday delivery, but I'll have to check that. I can check that rather. I can track it on the other side, on the other computer. Bat saying hello. I see my brother-in-law down there making his funny remarks about the old guy. What's up, B-Law? Man, that place that you and our sister staying at for the weekend, that place looks nice. Very nice. And crabs and all that y'all got were nice looking crabs. Corn looked good. Shrimp looked good. All looked good. What's up, Dutch? We talked about you the other night. Was it a Friday night, I think it was, with Jody P. I was just following up to the meet and greet that y'all had when she came and purchased. I thought it was a brisket sandwich of mac and cheese on top of it, and it's a bowl of mac and cheese with brisket in it. So she got me straight, but she said it was excellent, very good. NBL, see my brother NBL down here. Grab a drink, snack, brother Lance. Waiting for him to start with his jokes. Just kidding, NBL. Keith, NBL, Dutch. So, man, it's been a crazy week. I gotta tell you, I can't believe all the hate. But I've got my Orange Crush. Oh, no way, man. I so enjoy those things. Sitting in the Eastern Shore. Yeah, them Orange Crush drinks. They're so good, and they're so dangerous because they're so good. I absolutely love those things. Oh, it did arrive. I see I'm catching up to the chat here. Demoose, Uncle Smiley, Bat. What's up, Simon? Where did I see that? Oh, right here. Oh, Bat has arrived. Okay, or Lance has arrived. It was Bat saying that. I thought it was Uncle Smiley saying his package did arrive. So we got Simon. He is all kicked back and comfortable right about now. Taco probably laying at his side. Hey, Maureen. Haven't seen y'all for a while. I know a couple weeks back, Christine was having some internet issues, I think. I think she was on her phone or something also, but because of the internet problems. But I didn't see her last week either. I went looking for y'all because I missed it in the morning. So I went back and went to go do the replay, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Oh, NBO saying hello to Maureen. What's up, Hojo? Hey, Lance. I didn't see. I keep seeing Facebook posts from Gabriel, but he don't seem to be popping around much anymore. But one of the reasons I think it's his 20th wedding anniversary. I did see some pictures of that. That was a pretty cool wedding. Pictures of his wife going across this field for a long veil flowing in the air, and um, Gabriel all dressed up, his cowboy hat. That was a good looking picture, good video. I like that one. So Gabriel, if you're shy and lurking, just know that I did see it, buddy. Nightbot weather. Oh, Nightbot is working tonight, I see. Mr. Greg Johnson, how are you, sir? The Moose. Stephen P. How's it going, Stephen? Can't wait to see you, meet up with you in a couple weeks, get that handshake. And man, those flowers that you had in that auction last night, that one picture, just I don't know what it is, caught my eye. The group of advanced CO2 required pictures. Looking at the picture, it was the far right-hand bottom corner. That thing was so cool looking. There she is, Miss Jody P. We'll get back up here. Terry, I think I missed you. Miss Jody P. Hey, Lance, Greg, NBL, getting them all done. One post. So you have to excuse the little bit of whiskers here. I thought I was going to try and maybe grow a beard. I've tried it a couple times. I've always had a goatee or a mustache, but thank you, Fish Family Link. But I never grew a beard. Every time I went to go grow a beard, I can't stand it. It just bugs the crap out of me. But I'm trying to get past that. Mr. David's Aquatics, how are you, buddy? I wish I could go. Would definitely have to enjoy another adventure with B-Law on the different side of PA. I wish I could go. Would definitely enjoy another adventure with B-Law, different side of PA. Yeah. Well, hopefully, when is that? I looked at the calendar too. I know it was the Wednesday before Columbus Day, but when are we coming back? That's what I didn't find out. I'm already looking forward to it. I love it up there, man. I'm telling you what. If I was Fred Flintstone, I'd grab my wife by the back of her hair and pull her on up 5 hours away to NBL to PA. But we know that ain't happening. What's up, Jesse? Got all your stuff done. I got Jose's stuff done. Jake's stuff, but I shipped his because he won't be at the Clash. So everybody else, I'll be bringing the stuff to the Clash to save on shipping. And Jose sent me some polo shirts, and one of his, I have his permission to show these, by the way. So, but that logo on that yellow polo, I can't do that to myself. His logo on that yellow polo, that really looks good. But that I was real happy with that one. But that yellow polo just makes the colors just pop on that thing. There I am. Just one more fish, Jesse. So excited to have it all at the booth. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get it up there. What's up, Beto? Your trip. Oh, I get you. The other side of PA. Yeah. There's actually I found out too, Keith, that there's actually, I don't know if it's like a Barrett Jackson type thing. There's a car, I call it a museum, and I was told it's not really a museum. I guess it's where they sell cars, but you can go in there and walk around and see all the cars they have on display. So that's supposed to be right there on the premises. So I definitely can't wait to check that out too. Check out some fish and check out some cars. Good weekend. If I catch back up. Okay. Okay. I was on away for vacation. My sister Christine had a birthday celebration for. Okay. Okay. So I was looking for it. I like to try and play catch up when I can. Yeah, I caught that now, Keith. Thank you. But I'm excited for that trip too. Meet a lot of people that I just see. They're here in the chat. Yeah, man, those the towels and all that, Jesse, the hats. Well, you've already seen the hats, but all that stuff really looks good. I got another Stephen P. Gave away another of the limited edition towels with your logo, uh, Jeff Kane, and myself. All three logos on one towel. Mary Oliver won that last Friday, a couple days ago. So I got to get that one stitched out and send it to you, or send it to her rather. But the white looks so good. But man, I'm afraid it's going to show up dirt. But I do like that white, man. Every color looks good, and that royal blue that Jeff has, I'm really liking that royal blue. The gray, the black. I got navy blue coming in now, so I'm trying to get some more colors in. Coming back Tuesday, the 14th. Okay. Oh, that's actually Columbus Day, isn't it? So leaving the Wednesday before and coming back Tuesday. It's an auto mall. Okay. Car auctions. I was wondering if it was like a Barrett Jackson type thing. Josh Skinner. Good Lord, son. How are you? Hope your health is doing a lot better last I heard, but that's been, geez, 6 months ago, I think, when I saw you last. Keeping sort of kind of in touch with you on the Facebook side. Looks like you got your lap is going to be full of grandchildren here. Good to see you in here, Josh. This is a full-time job, just catching up with this chat. Madwood, Lance, how much does it cost to get a towel made? The digitizing work, Madwood, is $15. I pass that on. That's all I'm being charged. So I'm getting the deal, so I pass that deal forward. So it's $15. That's a one-time setup for what I'll call like a shirt logo, like the Jose logo I just showed a couple minutes ago. Now you can, if you want to turn around and get a hat logo later, because it's a smaller diameter and it's stitches differently from shirts. That would be another setup fee down the road. But to get you going, you could get the one logo done for $15. That'll work on shirts, hoodies, towels. Some of them will work on koozies, but I don't want to commit to that. So I would see the size of the logo. I buy the koozie material. Koozies are just a flat bulk material. So I embroider them and then I turn them inside out and I put them on a sewing machine and I brush up on my sewing skills because I never sewed until I started doing those koozie cups. But I watched a number of videos and I learned how, self-taught. So it works good. But anyhow, Terry, for right now, I'm holding $12.50 per towel. That's after the $15 setup fee. I'm not really making money, a couple bucks on the towels, but I just want to get it out there, get some people from the fish family, allow them to get some towels for their inventory, and then I'll probably go up just a couple bucks. And the reason why I'm not really sort of kind of taking a hit on the $12.50 is that my supplier is charging me a tariff fee, which was totally new. So rather than passing the tariff fee on to my customers. What's up, Lep? Um, I did say hello to Chef too, Drunken Chef. I'm sorry if I missed you, Chef. Come back to you in case I didn't or did, but I thought I got you. But so I don't want to pass the tariff fee on to my customers. I don't think that's right. Um, I'm covered. I'm getting my purchase cost back from the for the towels, and my thread materials are being reimbursed. So I'm happy if y'all are happy. It's just that's the way I roll. Making people happy. That's the name of the game. And then we'll worry about making the money later. But just a couple bucks. That's all I ask. Something to pay for my time, but I enjoy it. I sit in here and I catch up on videos and embroidery machines over there running. Um, unless there's, that's for whatever reason, the machine just doesn't like the digitizing, break threads. I had a job in there a couple of weeks ago. Every 200 stitches, I had to go reset the thread because it was snapping it. But I have gotten rid of that thread. I tried to use a German thread made by Madeira. It has a higher tensile strength. I like how it pulls. The stitches look a little cleaner. But that's me geeking out on embroidery stuff. But yeah, I enjoy it. I've always loved to do the embroidery stuff. I've told the story a couple of times, but we got an hour something in the trees, turning down volume to see if it gets closer, but still here. Okay, Bilal. It was my sister's birthday, and she had booked a stay at a waterfront place, and we had fresh seafood, steamed seafood, and everything last night. So good times. I didn't get an invite, but I guess it's because they're getting a little sick of hearing seeing me. But I followed the PA every time they go. All good, bro. All right, Chef. I see Russ in the background. What's up, Mr. Russ?
Not much. She got through pretty quick.
Yeah, no worries. We were holding it down.
Yeah.
I
She
got I got to admit I got a little nervous when I saw that. I saw the text come through R on it. That's Russ. I said, oh no.
Well, at 5 o'clock she was cooking, and she says, "When I get to cooking, I need to borrow your computer." I said, "I got a live to go on at 6 o'clock,"
Yeah.
and she goes, "Well, I need to get." She knew about it for 2 days, but it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing. She does cooking there at this place, and it's
Oh,
stuff
is that
for her to
right?
go. It's stuff for her to go by, And she just wanted to update it and get rid of things that they took off the menu, so it didn't take long.
Okay. Yeah. Is she still doing that freeze dried candy there too?
She makes it probably once every 2 weeks and sells it to them. Then when they
Okay.
sell out, she makes more.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still doing it.
We got a hello to you from NBL and
What's up, everybody?
JDP.
Hello, everybody.
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 There's
I
Chuck
was
Niner.
I was watching you on my phone while she was doing her thing, and I almost commented, but I said, "Nah, I better not." You said you was gonna grow a beard, and I was gonna
Yeah.
say, "Man, I said if I had a face like that, I'd grow a beard too."
I've a couple few times I've attempted it, but it just gets to the point where I just can't stand it. I've never had one, so I really wasn't used to it. But this time it's like, I'm getting older. Uh,
Yeah.
if I'm going to have a beard, I better go ahead and try it. So I figured, what the hell?
I don't mind a beard. Matter of fact, I've grew one a couple times in the last few years. I thought about doing it again, thin all this way out to where it kind of won't take long to blend in. But my biggest deal is a lot of work trying to keep it short. Once it starts growing off the sides, then I get tired of it. And if I could keep it real short without having
Yeah,
to trim it every day, then yeah, I'd probably keep one. You know how I do this? I'll let it get way low and then I'll trim
yeah,
it. is back and
Yeah.
forth, you know.
I think that's cool when they, when it gets real long looking, but that,
Yeah.
again, that's not me. Shit, did
Yeah.
I miss something? I'm not sure if I missed something there,
When it gets
but
real scraggly looking, I can't do nothing with it, then I'll trim it.
yeah.
And
But I've always kept, this cut real trimmed real tight. But
yeah. I
um,
used to keep this pretty tight. If you go back years ago on my videos, it was always really short. I guess I was more attentive to it back in them days. Now that I'm retired, it's like, man, I don't even. Matter of fact, I need to shave today. Instead of shaving, I took a pair of my clippers and just ran over a week's
yeah,
worth of whiskers. And right now, it's like a 1 day beard. You know, I
I
said to myself, I was like, I might just keep doing that instead of shaving real close
yeah,
because I get a little ingrown hairs. Next thing you know, I done broke out somewhere if I shave too tight. You know. I wouldn't
yeah.
mind it. Just I might get some
My
electric.
sister and brother-in-law do. They do shows a few times a year, especially around now during the holidays. But
Yeah,
they have that laser engraver. And he was telling me about this. There's a lady that goes to this event, and she brings that freeze dried candy. He
yeah,
actually he actually said that there was something that she brings. I can't remember what it is, but she like sells out every time within a very short time of even opening the show. Opening,
yeah.
she's like gone.
Now,
But
one thing she's not making right now, which is one of her, it's the most expensive thing for her to make because she has to make it homemade, but it is the very best thing that she makes, and she's not selling it to the store. And that's that pecan, and that's that salted caramel bourbon pecan brittle that she breaks in pieces and freeze dries it, and it
yeah,
just poops up. Man, them things are good. But I've been wanting her to make it for me, but I don't need it. It's just way too much sugar, you know.
yeah.
But,
So yeah, I have nothing against clean shaven, but I do like a goatee or something to sort of hide this little that little waddler thing. When you get old, Beto,
yeah,
you you get one of those things you like to try and camouflage as much as you can. But I don't even care.
yeah.
I'm
You talking
putting on
about that
some weight.
turkey neck? I got one. That's one
Yeah.
reason I keep this about this size and under, just to
Well,
hide that. It looks terrible.
when I was at the gym 3 times a week, I was losing all that, and I've been out for probably 8 months or better. So I need to
Yeah,
get my arse back in gear and get back up there because I'm putting on weight crazy.
yeah. Keith was saying marshmallow. I guess is what she sells.
That's what they
Yeah,
sell.
there
I
was
did see that.
one Easter, them little, what do they call them little chicken, little marshmallow chicks that you can buy around
Peeps,
Easter? Yeah,
peeps.
Peeps. Trina
Yeah,
bought a bunch of them and freeze dried them, and she sold out on them every time
yeah.
she brought them in. You know where she used to sell
What's up, Christopher? Yeah, Nenny.
'em.
I've been sending him some pictures from Facebook. He doesn't do Facebook, so I go on there. Like, well, here's another one, Jody. I usually send her some pictures too, and I get it. I've been hacked a couple times on Facebook, but I just like going on there for the recipes. Um, some of the jokes that are on there just sort of kind of crack you up. Obviously, you can't believe anything on there as far as current events or anything, but
No,
that kind of stuff. But I like the jokes. I love Marketplace, but even that stuff's gotten so far out of touch that you can't
yeah.
even afford that stuff anymore.
I kind of naturally weaned myself off of Facebook without even really trying. I used to be on it all the time, all the time, and just kind of naturally just got to where I was less and less. And every now and then I'll open it up, like if I have to go to the restroom or something, I got my phone, I'll see the Facebook app. I might scroll through it then, and then I'm back out as quick as I'm in.
Yeah. What's up, brother
But
Steven?
I really don't think about it much anymore.
I hope I did reply on your jerk wings. I know I watched the video, but I'm sitting here thinking because I saw your name. For some reason, I can't remember what I said in the comments. So I hope I remembered to leave a comment.
Who you talking to?
Stephen and Jacqueline. He just
Oh,
did
he
a
did some. He did
yeah.
some
Well,
German.
last week or Tuesday, beginning of this week, he put out a video on some. He did that Walker's jerk seasoning.
Yeah, that's what I used when I did them wings a couple of years ago. I had used it before, not on chicken necessarily, but I had used it before.
Yeah,
But pretty good.
I'll order some one day. Rick from Galindo's Barbecue and Catering, Rick's
Yep,
Barbecue
never.
and Catering. He just sent me a box from God. Should be ashamed of myself. It's a dry jerk seasoning from. I never used their stuff. God, what is the name of? I'll be right back. Sucklebusters.
Oh, okay.
I've never
I
used.
like some of Sucklebuster stuff. It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I've never tried any of that stuff. So that one that's got 18 something, 1832 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to try it out. I hear a lot of good stuff about that, but that's
Well,
the jerk season that he
ah,
sent me.
I didn't know they made that. I'll be darned.
Yeah,
I tell you what, they have one of the best SPGs I've ever had. I don't know what the difference is, but I've ordered it multiple times. I don't have any right now,
yeah.
but I like Sucklebusters.
Have you tried that Uncle Steve's SPG?
Mm-mm.
Hey, Lori,
No, I
I
don't
like
think.
his SPG too. He's got a good SPG also.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Fish family, I just want to make sure you know that I appreciate y'all coming here. They've sort of kind of accepted me into the community, and I do appreciate it. We go back up here again.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a week, man, online, ain't it? All the
And there's
crap
Popeye
going on.
recipes. They do actually, Chris. I've seen some mini um, Popeye recipes. It's like, a quick lunch type thing. But I did, yeah. I wonder if I should. Wonder if I could play that song, Simon, without getting a copyright. He sent me a song yesterday, and I thought about putting it on the.
Is it a artist song or AI generated?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it's
If
AI
it's AI
generated.
generated, it shouldn't be no copyright. But if it's an artist, yeah, you definitely risk that.
I don't know. It's sort of long, but it's funny. Um, yeah, I don't see an artist's name.
I've been down all week with my knee, man. Got had gallon in it, I reckon. I
Oh no way.
Yeah, I was drinking beer at that restaurant we went and ate that shrimp at, and then I probably would have been all right, but we brought home a doggy bag and had a leftover shrimp and fries. So the next day I heated them back up in the oven, got them crispy again, and had
Right,
shrimp again and beer. And
right.
I haven't had a beer since last Sunday till now. I opened my first one earlier, just trying to get that crap out of my system. Yeah, man, couldn't hardly get up or could not bend my knee at all. It's bent right now. It's on its way out, but it's still tight. Like God bless it, man.
No,
You
I
get
gave
to
him a
give
shout
muscle
out
circles.
too. Yeah,
Huh?
I think I had it. I was replying to NBL. I think I've had it in my knee before too, and it's nothing to
Well, that's
play
what
with.
I thought here a while back when you had that knee issue. This come up into me overnight while I was sleeping. I got up the next morning. I went, oh. Didn't do nothing, no injury. I mean, it literally happened while I was asleep in the bed. That's probably why
Right,
it went in my knee instead of in my ankles. When I get it in my
right.
feet, it's normally from sitting up like I am now, gravity making everything go down, and
Yeah.
even though blood is pumping through you, it's still fighting against gravity somewhat. Something I can figure anyway.
What's up, Jay?
But yeah, I told Torina, so I guess I'm gonna have to quit eating seafood
Way to find
altogether.
out.
Boy, I hate that. That's one of my
Yeah, that
favorites.
would break my heart. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
unless you need to maybe get them to revisit the idea of the allopurinol and the cult, colts,
they
colcinin.
won't give it to me because they're hard on my kidney.
Right.
My one kidney I got left, So
Yeah.
yeah, they won't prescribe it. I just happen to have a bunch of colchicine that's 5 years old on hand, and it still works. That's how. And I wait till I really just cannot. I wait to see if it's gonna go away on its own, and if it won't, like the other morning, I done had 3 days of this knee not getting no better, so I took two of those little purple pills, and then I took another one 12 hours later, and that was it. I never took another one, but that was enough to kick it out,
Yeah.
neutralize it.
So can you do like the Tylenol stuff, Advil?
That's what caused that GI bleed that time.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't take any kind of NSAID. I do take an 81 milligram aspirin every day, but that's so small it hasn't, it's not going to really eat my guts out or anything like that. Ibuprofen does.
Yeah.
That stuff is not good for your digestive system.
I popped the Tylenols, which I should probably get that under control somewhat, but
Yeah.
um, I do that just to take the curve off like the back
Oh, I
itch
used to do it all
dude.
the time, man. I would take 800 milligram like nobody's business and never had no issues until that one incident, which I've been diagnosed with diverticulosis, and that's what that. Now, I forgot to tell you, I was also on it was for my back pain. I was on a pretty strong, not a painkiller, but like a muscle relaxer. Not even, I don't know what it was. It's for that back pain, but it was an NSAID. So I was already had a lot of that in me and had been taking it for like 45 days straight. And then this one night I felt bad. So I took 800 milligram of ibuprofen on top of that.
Uh,
And that's what set that infection off, man. I thought I was going to
yeah,
bleed out that day.
yeah. Well, I see Tim popped in there. What's going, Tim?
Yeah, be
Mrs.
careful,
Tim.
man. Wood. That stuff will. If you got any kind of digestive issues, it can create a problem. I promise you. I've been there, done that.
Or Tim and Seavey, I mean.
I remember my mother telling me when I was a kid that you don't need to take too many aspirins. They'll burn. They'll make you bleed or whatever. She wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
Any
My
kind
mom
of
used to say that about Coca-Colas too, but I've
yeah.
never. I stopped. Actually, I was never a Coke drinker. Pepsi's. I
Coke's not
stopped
hurting
them.
you. They're acidic, but you got worse acids in your stomach. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Than Coke.
but I gave those up over 10 years ago. I
Yeah.
just, it's like, this just can't be good for me for everything. So much
No,
sugar, and I
it
just
is.
said,
Tarana still buys sodas, but they're normally sugar free. They got something else in them that's probably killing us too. But I don't hardly ever drink them. I've been drinking these. She bought some of these. These are it's a blood orange Italian sparkling flavored water, and the things are delicious. It's just a flavored water is all it is.
right.
No sugar.
Like my wife
Yeah,
was buying those packets
it sure
that you
will.
put in there, but just like I used to take them to work with me all the time. She always packed me a lunch every day, and always had bottled water. I kept case water in the truck, but little packets that you would open up and pour into the water and shake it up.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Be the first one since May. I was supposed to have it last Monday, and I ended up canceling out when I had this attack in my knee. I said I don't even want to deal with it, so I put it off till tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't go back until December. I said, man, what happened to the 6 months visits? So I want to
Yeah,
make sure you got this cholesterol under control. Man, my cholesterol dropped dramatically. Um, which I'm not complaining about. But that, and then he says I have high blood pressure. My wife and I go to the same doctor. I told him, I said, I think you had me confused with my wife because my wife's blood pressure is high enough to where she's on medication.
Yeah.
He says, no, it's you. I said, I ain't never been told I had high blood pressure.
Hmm.
So, but anyhow, he's keeping an eye on that. I was 117, 123.
Over what?
I don't remember. Over 70 something, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
that ain't what
It
I
was
would call
one of
high.
them was perfect. One of them was next to perfect, is what they were saying. So,
Yeah.
and I had two back-to-back visits. I had a visit before I went to PA, and I had a visit after I came back from PA. I'm
Hmm.
glad I didn't check my alcohol content on the way when I came back from PA because there's a couple nights I slept pretty well
Well,
up
sometimes
there in
if you
the.
go in, that's another reason I want to wait for this guy on my knee. Because if you got something that's causing pain when you go to a doctor, that will elevate your blood pressure, just the pain you're experiencing, you know. And all of a sudden they think you got hypertension when you might not, you know. But
Right.
that's it's natural for pain because you're under like stress or de-stress. You know what I'm saying? It can elevate your blood pressure enough to where it's noticeable anyway.
Yeah. But it was all under control. My wife found this stuff that it's a medication. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the word, but one of the Amish guys, one of his friends that had told him about it, and you can take it's you find it at health stores and like Muga Grill or something like that. But anyhow, there's tablet form in some of these health stores, where my wife found a liquid form of it, where I got beside my coffee pot in the morning, I just unscrew the lid, it's a squeeze dropper. I'll squeeze a dropper of it, take a shot in the mouth, go about my business, and I'm done with it.
What does it
Um,
do?
drops your cholesterol.
Oh,
Get your cholesterol in check.
okay.
So I was doing that, and I do like a some type of a coconut powder stuff in my
Yeah,
coffee, which I always drink my coffee black, but
I do
putting that
too.
stuff in the cup sort of kind of makes you think you have creamer in your coffee. But hey,
Every
if it
now and
works,
then we'll do like an Irish coffee with Bailey's or something like that in it, you know, but day in and day out is pretty much just black coffee. That's all I ever.
yeah,
I quit putting sugar and cream in my coffee when I was probably 16 years old. And the way it happened, I got on this health kick where I was working out and I'm like, I don't want that sugar. And so I started drinking it black. And I'm like, man, I was forcing it down, you know, and I
mm,
did that for over 2 weeks, probably closer to three. And I was starting to get used to it. Then one day, I guess I was falling off my health kick. And so I put some sugar in it and it was just completely disgusting. And I
yeah,
never could drink it with sugar again after that. And I remember at the shipyard one day, a guy had one of these green Adidas thermos bottles, and it
right,
was a cold winter. He said, "Hey man, you want a cup of this coffee?" You know, so he poured me a cup, and I smelled it. And I said, "Has this got sugar in it?" So I tried to take a sip. And I had to spit it out. I appreciate it, man. I said, I can't drink sugar and coffee, and
yeah.
that's how I quit. It just totally changed me. But prior to that, I loved it with sugar in it and cream. You know,
She makes me a pot, full pot. I guess it's 8 cups, and puts
so
it in a
Randy,
thermos. Puts it in a thermos for me, and it used to get 1 teaspoon of sugar in there, and now there's no sugar in it at all.
yeah,
It's been like that for the longest time, but I'm the same way.
I get more of a sugar craving nowadays than I ever had. I went years without even touching sweets like cakes and pies and stuff like that. But now it's like if I eat a savory meal, I want something sweet right behind
Oh
it. You
yeah,
know, I've got to break myself for that.
I'm terrible with that too.
And as
Cause
soon as
I
I eat the sugar, then I want something salty again. I'm just
yeah
back and forth. I have had nights like this. Like, good Lord, go to bed.
Yeah, I have to. I used to be, well, actually, they call me a pre-diabetic if I don't watch things, um, but I've got that under control also. But that's why she takes and answer to all elements.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what
cuts the sugar
slab
out.
is. Like, what is slab? I know what salve is. I'm scared to ask.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of classes. I asked him if he wanted to come up on the live tonight, but he's got a bunch of classes and stuff that he's going to take. There he is, Mr. Jeff King. How's it going, buddy? He has classes that he has to take because he's going to do that offshore stuff with his job,
Mhm.
with the welding and all that.
Yeah.
Get ready to do the offshore, so he has to take some classes, and I think he said one of them had to do with helicopters. So I guess it's being in flight with helicopters.
That's what flies them out to the rigs.
Yeah,
That are crew boats.
that's the word I'm looking for. Not slab, salve, salve.
Salve.
Oh, nerd.
Oh goodness.
Is Mike going live here shortly, Jeff? Or is he not going? I think I just saw his notification come across the phone though. Yeah, he's gone live. Oh, that was his 30-minute notification. Eastwind Moose. Oh, see what this one is. As you age, your brain begins to have problems translating tastes from taste buds. And the last one to go sweet. So other tastes start to go away. Really? It's not pronounced.
I
Huh.
haven't noticed any of that.
Yeah.
The only thing I've noticed is Pizza Hut thin and crispy does not taste like it used to. And it ain't just me and my age. That stuff, man, they burnt it. That used to be so good.
20-ish minutes. Okay. What up, everyone? Barbecue people, fish heads, everyone in between. So he's been busy, man, since he's been back in Texas. So he's been in a bunch of classes, tests.
So is he going soon to the offshore? Or does he still got to go back up to his Wyoming before then?
I'm not positive. He would be the one to ask, but I think he
Well, I
does
kind
the
of was.
offshore.
I was hoping he would put a comment in there.
Okay, yeah, I think he's doing the offshore stuff
Okay, well that'd be
first.
good. I guess off the well anywhere off the Gulf Coast, I reckon. Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. There's oil rigs off of every state. We got some natural gas rigs out here too. That Louisiana, that's where that I think it was Louisiana, wasn't it? The BP spill from years ago.
Yeah,
Boy, I hated that.
yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah, he dumped a lot of oil in that Gulf in the days it took them to finally figure a way to shut it off.
Well, they couldn't cap it again, wasn't that what it was?
I don't remember. They had to cap it somehow, you know what I'm saying? But how long's that gonna last?
Right, 2 weeks something. There we go. Two
2
weeks
weeks
left
left
of
in
this
this
month.
month, and I got 4 weeks of work to complete. All right, I think I understood it. That still didn't answer my question. Was he going to Oh, do you mean you got 2 weeks? Never mind.
Yeah. I thought he was going to the going offshore first, and then, but I
Horizon
think he does still have to go back to Colorado.
or Wisconsin, or I don't know why I keep saying Wisconsin. Wyoming,
Montana, was it?
Wyoming.
Wyoming. Okay. He was in Colorado there, right?
Yeah, at one point.
What at one
There
point? I
for
think it's first time he
he was
was
up
out
there a
for the
long time.
longest time. Yeah,
Yeah,
missed Christmas and everything. I thought
yeah.
with the family.
Then Christy and them followed him up there and did their vacation. Then from there he went to Wyoming, and he's been up there till now when he got back home. I think I got that right.
Yeah, he posted a picture where he put himself a spice rack up inside of his camper that he's pulling around with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got Uncle Steve top shelf in his new spice rack.
That's the best way to go if you're going to work out of state like that. I know I used to work around a lot of construction guys, and they all own these travel trailers because it's a lot less money to rent a spot for that trailer than it is for like
Yeah,
a hotel, motel, Airbnb, or any of that stuff.
I had the one that I had. You know, it. I've camped and slept in it, not when there's snow on the ground, but it was cold outside.
Yeah,
Um, and I had to keep that heater cranking because it just doesn't. You know, there's not enough insulation in those thin walls to
yeah,
hold all that heat in there.
right.
But it worked. Like I say, you could definitely tolerate it, but that heat. Make sure you don't ever let your tanks go dry
Yep.
or get empty rather.
Yeah, we had
I
a
used to
travel
love my
trailer.
camper, man. When I had my
We had
camper out in
one.
the back, when I had my
What?
camper out in the backyard on a nice cool night like we've been having for over a week now, it was nothing for me to go out there and open up all the windows, turn on the radio real low, and I'll go in there and I would. Next thing I know, my wife would be waking me up the next morning out there in the camper. I slept good in that camper.
Yeah. Well, my last wife, she bought the camper, and she bought it while it was already on an RV park, had a little porch and everything, and she just bought it as is, and she paid the monthly thing for it to sit there, and that included electricity, cable TV or satellite, whatever it was,
Yeah,
internet connection. And me and her would go up there on weekends. We'd leave
yeah,
like on a Friday afternoon and come back on Sundays. It was a lot of fun, but at some point she got tired of paying that monthly thing, so I forget who hauled it for somebody with a big or big diesel truck that could hook up to it and pull it back to our house. And I built a double decker um, porch coming off the back of the house,
right.
and it went down 10 foot with steps and dropped down to another 10 by 20. So it was 20 by 20, and we pulled it right to the edge of there, and we extended that canopy that comes out, on the trailer itself, and I used that as my man cave. I was watching ball games and everything else. We go in there and cook sometime. We had a back door that I put in that went straight out to that back porch, and sometimes we go in there and just cook our dinner or whatever instead of the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
But then eventually, me and her got divorced. She sold the trailer, and I signed the house over to her. She's been paying for it all these years. I just wanted out from under all of it, her and everything.
Just something about when you're camping. Um, I personally, and it's all in my head. I'm quite certain, but I can cook something at home, and I can cook the same damn thing, same exact way when I'm camping, and it always tastes three times better when you're out there camping.
Seems
It
like it, don't it? Yeah,
good stuff. I was known to be the 2 a.m. bacon and sausage guy. I
yeah,
had a Coleman like little propane bottles,
Yeah.
Coleman flat top griddle. And I bought this thing because it's a flat top. And I would always bring 5 pounds of spicy country sausage. What's up, Tony? And 5 pounds of Kunstler's thick bacon. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, when everybody was just about, you had just much enough beer that you just didn't want no more beer. I'd break out the food and start cooking that food in the campground and stuff. But
Yeah.
I just love doing it, man.
I used to enjoy that kind of stuff. I don't
I
know.
like
I
making.
guess it's just my age. I don't have no desire to do that kind of stuff no more. But I sure used to enjoy
I
it back
know I
then.
do, man. I like seeing people enjoy food, and I
Yeah.
always like that.
I'm waiting on this cool weather. I wanna pull out my old hickory off camera and just do some stuff on it. It's been sitting back there since that brisket I did over a year ago. Well over a year and 3 or 4 months.
I did do a little quick video with my camera, my phone today, but I've already downloaded it to a folder. But I had to put. There's so many leaves. We haven't had any rain to speak of, and leaves are dropping left and right, and they're not even. It's not even turning around here. They're just leaves just falling. So
Yeah.
I got all them leaves out of the pond today, and I put that dome over top of it. I tell you what, I wish I could have filmed me doing that putting that dome back up. Last year I'd used it for the first time. Well, I kept it up, and they were calling for a bad snowstorm last winter. And I said, well, I don't want this thing up there. I said, the snow is going to bring those fiberglass rods, down and destroy this screened in dome for my pond. And so I took it down real quick and just folded it in half and took everything and put it into the building out in the backyard. Well, I just pulled it out today for the first time. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, that was so easy coming off. It's got to be just as easy going on. Man, I got that thing in there. Next thing I know, I was inside the damn pond trying to get it stretched across from one side over the other. The rods kept coming unhooked. The screen kept coming out from underneath the rods. I was so frustrated. If I had that on camera, I would have made a really good video. But I can't film and want to get stuff wet, whether it be with my camera or my phone, either one. But that would have made a great video. Me having to go under the water and get up inside of that dome so I could stand it up. So now I'm inside the dome with the fish, and trying to get that thing to stand up right. It kept wanting to collapse on me, but it
Hmm.
was funny. Past couple months I
We
hear.
don't have that typical fall look here with our leaves and all. They just go from green to brown. But when I was up in Illinois after Katrina, I got to see what real fall looks like. Man, them leaves are beautiful, all different colors and shades as it was going from into fall into winter. I'm like, wow. It's the only time I ever seen it was living up there.
Yeah,
You
I'll
won't see
probably
that here. It just they turn brown, they fall off, and that's the end of it.
we'll probably get some good foliage pictures going in PA next month.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
imagine up there.
yeah, they were already starting to turn a little bit. I gotta hope they're still even on the trees for that matter, which I know they will be. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating, um, but yeah, I mean, if you can get some good shots because some of those areas you can get up so high and just see, mountains and mountaintops for miles,
Yeah.
and
Those
that
leaves
would
up
make some
up
good
there,
pictures.
they go
What's that?
kind of a yellow. They get kind of a yellow and red in them, and
Yeah,
multiple colors instead of just brown, like dead brown.
yeah, yeah, Bat.
I guess we've had average rainfall. We actually had quite a bit, but with that said, we haven't had none probably in the last 2 weeks to speak of. You know.
We haven't had our AC. Well, I was getting ready to tell a lie. Our AC was on 2 days last week, otherwise, it hasn't. The window's been open, house been open for probably pushing 3 weeks, with the exception of those 2 days. It's
Yeah,
71 degrees right now.
that's what I'm looking forward to. We can open up the front windows in the back and let all that fresh air just kind of flow through the house. And you turn the AC off, and you got to worry about the heater down here until it gets sure enough cold, you know.
Oops.
But that's when the electric bill just starts plummeting. It's
Yeah,
already cooler as far as AC. You know what I'm saying? It's already cooler than what it was in August, but it's not cool enough. It's still a little humid.
yeah. We don't have mountains. It ain't too far from me is the Blue Ridge. I can be at Blue Ridge. Yeah, we don't have what's that one you got up there? Mount Everett? Is that outside of state of Washington? It's the one that erupted about 20 years ago.
Mount St. Helens.
I can't remember. I've got actually my aunt sent me a Christmas tree ornament that was blown from the ash
Well, is
of
a
that.
mountain and a volcano the same thing? I don't think so.
Well,
I might be
no,
wrong. I guess
no,
you
but
could
I was
call it a
just thinking
mountain.
when
A
he's
mountain is just a big piece of land, I guess, huh? Big hill, big
Helen.
whatever. Made everything out of everything from dirt to rocks. So why not?
Yeah. No, they have. Well, the one when we go up to my brother-in-law's, at one point we are 2,200 feet above sea level in Mississippi. At one
Say
point
it
when I
again.
go, at one point we were 2,200 feet above sea in Mississippi.
It gets hilly further inland.
Yeah, but that there's one point of that when we're making that climb to go to my brother-in-law and sisters that we are. What was it? 22. Keith, he's probably not in here anymore. 2,200 feet above Mississippi sea level, something like that. Because
Well,
all I
yeah,
look at that sign. How's that?
I was gonna say sea level is sea level.
Right.
You know, anything that goes up after that, that's your elevation. Water seeks its own level. All right, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So at the shore, I mean, you're really at sea level if you're standing on a beach. I mean, where I'm sitting right now is probably 22 foot above sea level, but we're not getting that picky with it.
Mount St. Helens, Mount Hood, Mount Rainier. Okay. My
Mount
aunt and
Baker,
uncle, they
Mount
were from
Hood.
Squim, Washington. So I've seen some pictures. Beautiful scenery.
Where's that at? Where's it? Tim live?
They're in Seattle. They're in the state of
Washington.
Washington, I
I
should say.
know Derek went out to California when he was 18 and ended up going into Washington State. Boy, some of the pictures he took of those mountains with the snow caps still up in the mountains and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got some fierce mountains up there.
Yeah.
The only mountains I ever been to is Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, and then of course the Great Smoky Mountains. Been there
Right.
numerous times.
In the Blue Ridge
Blue
Mountains. You
Ridge
mean
Mountain Parkway. We drove it from Gatlinburg to where's the Biltmore Gardens at there in North Carolina. There was an 80-mile trip, but it took us all day because we was up in that Blue Ridge Mountain Parkway.
Yeah, I've never been on it, but I've heard there's some parts of that parkway that are pretty scary.
Yeah, it's up
Narrow
there.
roads, look over the edge. And you just hope and pray that there's not
Yeah,
another car coming from the other direction.
I was still a teenager, and what? No, I was driving. I was a teenager, but it was me and my car. I had a '76 Camaro, and then my brother had his car, and my mother rode with my brother and his wife, and then my dad rode with me and a friend of mine. My dad rode in the front seat right beside me in that Camaro, which is hard to believe nowadays, thinking back that my dad, you know, was with me in his sports car, if you want to call a
Right.
Camaro a sports car, but he did. So I was following my brother all the way up through all that. And I remember because we went to Biltmore Gardens, and then from there we went to Atlanta, Georgia. This is a lot of driving. And I mean, I couldn't have been no more than 17 years old. And I remember telling my dad, I was like, man, we need to pull over. I said, I'm getting to where I'm, blurred. My eyes are blurring. I said, we've been on the road all day, went to that estate and all that, So anyway, we pulled over and got a hotel for the night. And then the next morning we went, I think we were making a big loop and eventually working ourselves back home, but I don't remember. It's been too many years ago.
Yeah, I've camped on part of the Blue Ridge Mountains, but I've never made the trip or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it built more gardens, man. That was pretty impressive. That was in what part of North Carolina is that? I don't remember. It's been so long ago.
What's up, Rick? Just talking about you about an hour ago, close to it. I'd like to do that trip one day. They say it's now up there. If you go up there, I mean, you almost to drive it is a little bit scary, but they're saying to camp it and walk anymore. You really got to have people with you. It's not really something you want to do solo anymore. It's just
it's a damn shame. Can't do stuff like we did back in them days. People, man.
Yeah, too many crazies and stuff hiding way up in the mountains, but
they're crazier in the cities.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I need to get
a
beer. Be my second beer of the week. One day I'm just gonna stop drinking altogether. Once one or two too many gout attacks, I will.
Yeah. Chase it with water. Yeah, good things, Rick. We're just talking about we got to talk about jerk again, and I was telling people about the Sucklebuster's dry jerk season that you had sent me. Oh, we're talking about Stephen Jacklin's video. He used that. He just put a video out beginning of this week that was the Walker's like a paste type
Walker's Wood.
Yeah, Walker's Wood jerk seasoning that he had used in some chicken wing cook.
Yeah, that stuff is thick. It's like a paste.
This stuff looked like a paste.
Yep.
Mike just went live.
That's what I was trying to say on that video I did with them wings was I said they're not very attractive to look at. It looked like black tar rubbed all over them. I said, but boy, they got some flavor, I guess you could actually dilute that down with something, maybe thin it out a little bit. I'm sure it's,
It will not be this day. Simon says one day he'll stop drinking, but it will not be this day. He posted a picture last night. Or was it last night? I think it was last night. I think a bottle of bourbon he was into.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I'd be better off drinking that stuff than I would be beer.
All right, Bat.
I've been
Appreciate
drinking
you, buddy.
Water all week. Flavored water and real water.
I had a video, like a pop-up type thing. It was when I first did my own grind. Well, let me back up. First time I ever did a ground in jalapeno bacon into the beef. I'd never done that up to about 2 years ago. Adding that bacon to it, it is some kind of good. Well, I happened to look at the comments. Let me just see who was there and what the difference, if there's a different crowd from this crowd, today's crowd. And Bat 13 was there 2 years ago. Left a comment on that video, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I do that sometime. I'll run across one of my really old videos from, let's say, 8 years ago, and I'll read some of them comments, and none of them people are around anymore as far as watching my more current videos. Some of them are, I guess, you know, but you know, it's not the majority are not. You know, it's like you pick up different followers all through the years. Some people just quit watching that, or they quit commenting. You know, I'm assuming they
Yeah.
quit watching, but and
But
I
he's
get it.
out.
I get, you know, it's like watching TV shows or anything else. You know, after a while, you just kind of move on to other
You,
things.
right. You can't. Oh, I gotta make myself a note too. I need a haircut. Glad I took my hat off. My honeydew list started a couple days ago for this come Monday, but
Yeah.
gotta do Miss Mary Oliver. Got to get some threads in for NLA's logo and haircut.
I got to try to shoot a video. I don't think I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I got that doctor's appointment. But Tuesday, I've got to get that video done on that ultrasonic cleaner. I was supposed to have done it a week ago, but my knee, I said, screw it. You know, they just have to wait and get that behind me. I
Yeah, I
took,
like to see that thing. How big it is, you know.
oh, it's 30 liters. It's the biggest one they make, you know. But I took a compressor apart today that come out of a 2012 Volkswagen Passat, a variable displacement compressor, and it's pretty clean on the inside. But I mainly want the outside clean because I really don't have nothing to put in it right now. I thought about taking my throttle body off. I even ordered a gasket so I could do it. Then I'm like, I don't even want to do that right now. So I'm waiting for cooler weather. I just want to do a video. So I'm going to throw all them parts of that compressor in there and mainly get all the oil and everything off of them and clean that aluminum up. Then I want to, the reason I took it apart to do it is because I want to put it back together without the guts, then cut a window out of it. You know what I'm saying? Cut a window out and then put it back together to where I can show how they actually work. You'll be able to see the pistons going in and out, you know, through this window as I'm
Of the
turning
cabinet,
the front of it. Huh?
at, for the cabinet, cut a window into the cabinet.
No, 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 no. The compressor, the air
Oh,
conditioner compressor, to where like on future videos, I can show how a variable displacement compressor changes the pitch of the swash plate. You know how it can change that pitch and how it affects the stroke of the pistons. More pitch, the more stroke. The less pitch, the less stroke. If it's straight up and down, no stroke. You know,
right.
and I figured it'd be good for something in the future. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw all the parts in there, clean them good, and just kind of do my video or whatever. But I just mainly wanted one. They do work good. And something else I do, if you got parts that are froze up and won't hardly work or come loose anymore, it'll free a lot of that stuff up just from all that cavitation and vibration that them things do, you know.
Yeah. I told you I got a small one, and it works for what I do, but I just use it for clock parts,
Yeah.
clean
Well,
clock brass clock movements, and brass shells for reloading. It's all I use it for. I actually got a
right.
dryer too, so it comes
Well,
out. I'll
the
rinse it and
reason
then
I
dry
wanted
it.
the big one, it holds a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of water and whatever cleaner you're gonna put in it. But if you don't want to use all your cleaner up, you can put it like in a mason jar. Put your cleaner in there if it's just small parts. Put the lid on it, and then put it in there and submerge it with the water. You know, that way you're
Yeah,
not using all your cleaner up, but you still have
yeah,
to put that much water in it for it to work.
right.
So it's kind of good that way. But yeah, I'm surprised I hadn't heard from him. Where's that video?
They'll probably give you a couple weeks anyway, but
Yeah, I ain't studying them. There ain't much more I want from them anyway. The stuff I really want, they won't send. You know.
yeah. You cleaned up with Vivor. They pissed me off so
Yeah,
much last time. I took the Vivor name and links off everything on my page. Took them all off.
yeah,
Except unless it's a video. If it's a video and I'm showing their griddle and stuff that I have gotten from them,
yeah.
I ask for stuff from them once a year, and actually last time they confronted me around Black Friday. Otherwise, I don't really confront them about it. And I asked for a warmer cabinet about
Yeah.
4 months ago, and it was one of the cheaper ones that they had, and she just basically told me no. Uh, I can only give you stuff that's around $100, which is, I mean, I'm still grateful for it, but I don't want to just
Sure.
stock a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I
Well,
wanted
that's
that
the thing. That's what
cabinet.
I've told her. They'll send me things. Like the other day, they sent me a thing. It cost $79. It's a towel warmer for like if you're in a gym in a sauna or something. I don't know. I'm like, why in the world do I need that, or why would I want it? Why would I do a video of it? If it don't benefit me and
Uh,
if I don't have a use for it, you're not getting a video. It's got to be
yeah,
mutual between us. You
right.
can,
Well, that's what
you
I
know,
told her. I just told her, I said, look, I said, I just don't, the stuff from the $100 category, I said, I just don't need any of it.
yeah,
I'd rather do, the warmer cabinet because I can make multiple videos using that one,
yeah.
to get another griddle or something else because I can, I'm not, I don't want to mess with that stuff,
Yeah, you're
just,
not missing out, man. You know, that stuff's cheap enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I do a video? I'd just buy it if I wanted it, but I don't want it. That's the whole thing. But yeah, I've been told no so many times, even with the cooking channel, you know. But there again, they've sent me things that cost a lot, like this double slush machine. That thing's 800 and something dollars. And they reached out to me on that. I didn't even think about a slush machine.
right.
And at first I was gonna tell them no. Then I'm like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Maybe I do want that.
Yeah.
So I ended up with it anyway.
If you're saying $700 for that warmer cabinet, Simon, that was well under $700 when I was looking at it.
Their prices can vary so much. I noticed. I
Yeah,
watched some videos and people say on a product, well, kind of like that ultrasonic machine. When they sent it to me, you get it for $179, but somebody did a video a couple of years ago and it was like $300.
yeah,
I'm like, whoa, that thing ain't $300. And I go look at it. I'm like, no, it's $179.
right.
So they're constantly playing with them prices.
Yeah. So I just caught, got a little, I guess, butt hurt maybe, but yeah, it would be something different if I hit him up several times a year. But when I'm only
But here's
asking
the
for
funny
something
part:
once
if
a
you were to
year,
grow all of a sudden and get like even 10,000 subscribers, they'd be
yeah,
knocking on your door like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, you're absolutely right. And again, probably shouldn't say this, but I'll say it because it's the truth. I'm not going to lie to anybody, but you know, I I remember that stuff. I mean, if you didn't want anything to do with me when I was growing,
Yeah, I'm,
then
I'm that's my attitude too on stuff like that.
and I understand they make that decision, and it's business related, but um,
Yeah,
there's still people that even being a small company that you take chances on. You know,
yeah.
if you see that
Well,
I'm putting out content, weekly, that's showing intent that I would think that they I would assume that they would be willing to take a
Well,
chance on it.
here's the thing about it, and I don't know why it is, but I learned this early on when I was doing a lot of Vivor products on my cooking channel. That a lot of them videos is getting decent views, man. I'm like, whoa! I said I'm getting more views on their stuff than I am my cooking, you know.
Yeah,
And so anyway, I did a review on that crap that recovery machine for R134A here. I don't know, it hadn't even been a year. I don't know when I did that, but it got like 28,000 views pretty quick. I'm like, see,
right.
small channel, but that's actually got more views than some of the other products I gotten from Vivo on my cooking channel.
Yeah,
Granted, some of my products got a lot of views, but some didn't do that hot. Kind of like that swamp cooler that somebody just mentioned. It hasn't done
yeah,
that much. I think it's got
yeah.
like 8,000 views. You
I
know,
think I
So
think you and I need to have an argument on the air, Russ. There's a channel that had brought a conversation up on a video, and his channel was mentioned because he was being accused for making some accusations about this other channel.
yeah,
This guy's channel, because he got that, I'll call it negative publicity. He got 1,500 subs from that, because the other channel is a huge channel. I
yeah,
mean, it's like they're like, not too far away from, probably 600,000 viewers or subscribers or something like that. Well, they mentioned this other guy, and he got like 1,500 subs from it. And I remember when Mike Bowman and you had done something. Oh no, man, it was you. Was it you and Chud both? He got something like a couple thousand subs from that shout out. But fight.
Mike did.
Mike did, yeah.
I
Mike
didn't even
connect,
know that. The
yeah,
shout out was right there at the end. Now I have done shout outs back when my channel did well for like everyday barbecue. I had him
right.
send me, and I tell you who I did the most good for was cooking with Ra, and he'll tell you that. I had him send me some footage from his cooking videos, and I did him one hell of a shout out. And man, he still thanks me over that. It kind of helped launch him, But
Yeah,
but even Mike with Everyday Barbecue, I mean, he got over 1,000 subs like that day, just from that
yeah,
video. But the thing about Rye is that video just happened to do well for me. It was a video that ended up getting hundreds of thousands of views, and so he just got that much more exposure. But
excuse me.
shout outs don't have the same power they used to. Used to be
No,
you could really bring people in that way, but it's almost like people don't pay attention to it anymore.
yeah. Excuse me
I
for
don't I
sneezing,
don't
but
even do them anymore just for that reason.
yeah. I mean, there. I mean, you used to be able to see stuff like that happen. Or
Yeah.
you get a shout out or something like that. You could actually see, a change, happen within, the next day, within a week. But now it's like, uh, I'll see people. Maybe I'll see someone that I know that they came from a shout out video or something like that nature, and I'll see a comment left on one of my videos from that same person, but they never seem to want to subscribe anymore.
Yeah.
Thank
Gotcha.
you, Moose.
Yeah, who knows, man? People change, I know that.
Yeah, but it is what it is. God, I hate that saying. But
Well, it is what it is, man. Come on now.
but I'm grateful. I would love to see that next number 2,000 would just put a huge smile on my face. And I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm not getting subs daily, but I'd go as far as say I'm getting subs weekly. You
Yeah.
know, a couple
Yeah, it's
subs
growth.
here,
It's growth, at least
one
for me.
sub, two subs.
At least it's growing, what I'm saying,
Yeah,
instead of declining. I know that one time here a year or two ago, you were worried because you were losing subs and you was worried about falling back below 1,000. You remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
I said, don't worry about it. It'll come back around.
yeah. But I like to see it, keep on going. I mean, I'm grateful because I remember there was times where, shoot, I'd 6 months and you wouldn't see a sub, and it's
Hmm.
like, good gosh.
This new channel, it seems to have steady growth. I mean, it's not killing it, but
Right.
it's steadily growing. Pretty good. And of course, the more content, if I can get some more videos to kind of get going, then it would do even better. But seems that's the hardest part. I've never broke 500 after that. I'm not saying no names, but his name rhymes with.
Hugs.
Yeah, we're all familiar with that, Randy.
Yeah.
I was reading, wasn't reading, I was watching a video today about, not to get on that subject, but about some of the Discord conversations that was going on with that guy that killed Charlie Kirk, and they were calling people a chud like that. And I'm like, I mean, they said it 2 or 3 times, calling, referring to certain people as a chud. I just kind of, like, what is a chud? I know who chud is, but what do they mean by a chud? You know,
Right.
I was going to actually, it must be a slang word for something. I said I was going to look and Google it, but I never did.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, their terminology, some of these uh, trans people. What
That's why I put in
is
the
a
description of the
chud?
live. I can't believe
Urban
there's just so much hate, man. It saddens me, but what do you do?
His says the term is used to refer to a person who is considered gross or unappealing, a person with a reactionary political views, or a person with reactionary political views. I'm sure that's what they're referring to. Then the most literal definition for chud on Urban Dictionary comes from the 1984 horror film. Oh, there was a movie called Chud, but I think in this instance, it's referring to a person with reactionary political views.
What was the word again?
Chud.
Chud. Okay.
It says chud is used as a derogatory term for a person, typically a man, who holds a reactionary political views. Hmm. It's new one on me.
Yeah. I never knew that. Never
No,
would have
that's the
known
reason I
that, I
was
should say.
curious about it because I can't even remember the whole depth of the conversation, nor do I care. But that did catch my eye.
Yeah. Another child's word. Try and get another video out this week coming. I got a few videos banked, but I
Yeah.
tried to get. So last year we built what I'll call my sister's she shed. We built a name. I would hate to have that name as yeah, unless you're, well, I don't know. It could work to your benefit. But we
It did.
built this shed for her. She has like this laser engraver. It's huge. It's not just a tabletop. This is a floor model, big one. And all I have is just still images. Probably about 15, probably close to 15 still images. And I was trying to put it in a video form and just to spike it up. I had I did a free clip art thing where just a person, a female, like hollering. It's obvious that she's hollering. And then I did this text, and they convert it to to speech. And I tried doing that, and I put them together, and it worked. When it came to that frame, the the picture of the comic picture of the girl and the voice. I want a she shed. It played on time and everything, but it was just too corny. That's why I need to get into that Chat GPT thing and see if I can't get something generated that's going to look a little bit better, and instead of a bunch of still frames, make something that's animated.
Yeah.
I still don't know what to do about that pork loin roast. That AI generated picture is so much better looking than
Is
the
that the only
actual.
thing holding you up from posting? Is just a
Yeah,
thumbnail? I'd
yeah,
roll with it, man. I would just go with it. Be done. More content you can have already out there.
yeah.
I used to be the world's worst, and I guess I still am about trying to have a certain day of the week that I post on. I used to do it religiously, like when I first started. I'd always do it on Thursdays at 5 o'clock because I knew that video had been done the weekend prior, and all I had to do was wait and or schedule it. And then it got to where I'm like, man, I hate sitting on this video. I could already have a couple thousand views just already, if I would just release this thing. And so I would go ahead and pull the trigger. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know why I got in that habit. Now I'm just all over the place. You never know what day I'm posting anything.
So, I mean, that was what they would suggest, that you be consistent with the day and time. And the
Yeah.
actual, there's supposed to be something within your analytics where you can go and check and see what the best time for your channel
Yeah.
or from your viewers, whatever it was based on, to release that video. And I never could find that section where it
I had a, I
gave
had a
you the best
YouTube
time.
manager. I had a YouTube manager at some point during the course of my cooking channel, and she actually worked for YouTube, and she would call me on a regular basis, and we would discuss different things that I could do. And one of them was, she goes, I've looked through all your stuff, and your best day to post is either Sundays or Mondays, either day. And I did that for a long time, trying to post on Sundays, and then I went to Mondays. But like I said, I lost all that consistency, you know, a long time ago. I just post now whenever I get a video done. I know it's ready to watch. I just unleash it.
I
But
telling Simon the other day, I noticed I was just clicking through, the dots and stuff that you see around videos, and just to
yeah,
see familiarize myself. And one of them actually said that if you click it, that it would be something that was not a video that would be recommended. I've
yeah.
never seen that. I've never seen that one at all.
Now there is some advice I took from her that I still do occasionally. Is like, if you got a video that never done real well, or one that did well and it's quit getting views, go back in there and kind of reignite it with a new title and new thumbnail. You know,
Hmm.
and it kind of like resets the video, and sometimes it can actually generate more views. I'll still do that if I see something that's just dead in the water, and it hasn't had a view in freaking a year or better. What do
Yeah,
you got to lose? Ain't nobody
yeah.
watching it, no way. you know
I thought about going in there and actually, because I have some videos that I just really thought that would have done better than they had. And I had thought about, pulling them back off the external drive and doing like you're saying, change the title of them, maybe change the description and then reposting them again just to see if
just to
there's some
see.
type of
It ain't gonna
interest in
happen
it.
instantly, but
Right.
it could happen.
But the other thing that I saw, and it cost you money, and this may be the thing that you checked into probably 6 months ago, where there's a thing where if you click on your video, it's from YouTube where you can promote your video. It has
You
like
can boost it. They're doing that
promote it.
now.
It said, yeah,
Yeah,
it
you can.
says
Yeah, go ahead.
promote, and it's when you click on it, it's a Google pops up, and it will actually give you a dollar figure and everything. That's through YouTube.
Yeah, you talking about actually boosting it through paying them? Is that what you're talking
Y-
about?
Yeah, I guess I never went through it, but because once I saw
Well,
that,
you contacted me not long ago, 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, and said, "What is this?" Maybe it was
well,
promoted.
you tried it,
I
and you
tried it on
tried it.
one video, and here's what I found out: you'll get a bunch of views off the gate, but you look at your retention. That retention wasn't crap. It's the same equivalent if Google will pick up videos sometime, and your videos go your views will go through the roof. But if you look at your retention, it just, there's nothing there. It is of no value. Nobody's really watching it. If they are, it's like in and out, in and out, and you can't make no money like this. So, well, the heck with
Right.
this, it might look good because it boosted you up 3 or 4, maybe 5,000 views, depending on how much money you want to spend. But the problem is the retention sucks, man. You're
Right.
way better off just throwing your video out there, keeping your money. And if you can get 50% retention, you're doing good. If you can get 60, great. But that's average.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I don't know what to say about that. Mama always said, if you got nothing good to say, then don't say nothing at all.
Over
But
100,000 subs, you mean? Or views?
yeah, no subs.
Okay, yeah, I quit worrying about subs a long time ago.
Yeah,
What am I, 305,000 on Smoky Ribs?
yeah,
Something like that. Look at my views. I'm getting views of people with under 40,000 now. If I was getting half the views of what I got subs, man, I'd be killing it. I wouldn't have signed
yeah,
that channel over to Derek. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have put in my Social Security, but unfortunately, that's not what's happening.
right.
It don't translate into money.
But if
It
he's
does for
paying
some
for it,
people.
if
Huh?
he's paying for that, I said and he is paying for that. He's doing that promotion thing. Is
But
what,
he's promoting the videos, which I'm assuming,
but
gave
they
him a
charge
good.
you for that. The button that I clicked on this
Yeah,
week,
you're
you have to
charged.
pay for that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, damn, he's paying. He's got to be. I would think he's paying more than he's making.
Well, here's what I worry about. Since I didn't even know they were doing that till you sent me that. Facebook's been doing it forever, where you can boost anything you got on Facebook, right? You put it in front of more eyes. Well, if YouTube is leaning now in that direction, is that what you got to do in order to get seen?
Well, that's
If
probably
it
what they're
is,
going
they
to.
have just burnt the platform.
Subs don't turn into views. I could see that. Those
No,
types of subs don't turn into views.
they sure
I could
don't. I
see
can look at
that.
my analytics and prove that to you.
Yeah.
85% of views on any given video is people that's not even subbed to me. He's only putting his YouTube money back into it.
Well, that's
Gotcha.
crazy because I didn't think he even got monetized until last year. And the one that I saw, it was like $13 to promote it, which isn't a lot of money. But if you start promoting, and I think that was only good for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it is. It's only good for however you can set that. But I did it that one time because you got my curiosity up to see, because it's through YouTube. It ain't like you're going to one of them clickbait farms that's over in India and getting fake views. You're actually getting views, but the problem is they're not watching. They're just
Right.
it's probably thrown in front of them. They're throwing in front of mass people, but it averages out to where you should have got 6 or 7 minutes on a 14-minute video. Instead, you're getting like a minute and a half to 2 minutes,
Right.
which you're not making any money, not even enough money to pay back what you paid for them to promote it. That was my
Yeah.
experience. I'm like, I won't ever do that again.
Yeah.
I like making money, not spending it.
But if Jerry's making that kind of money already, I mean, he's
With
doing
100,000, he's getting
really
decent
well.
views, and he's making money with it.
But
But here's
but
what
he
I'm worried about. Are they gonna, let's say he wanted to quit doing that and just, let it earn what it would normally earn organically? Are they going to push him at all? Or are they going to hide him until he pays money? That's what my concern is. I think that's where YouTube's headed. It kind of freaked me out that they even offered that, because up to
yeah.
now it's been kind of algorithm based on how well the video is, how many people's responding to it, blah blah blah. They just got too much control over that crap. I mean, it's their platform, I get that, but they should let these videos just run organically based on their own merit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're
well,
able to go in
it's
there and turn things on and off, and I don't care for that. You
yeah,
know.
no, it's all about making money. So if they can
Yeah.
force you into paying extra, you
Right.
know, pay extra,
Yeah.
and
I
we're
don't
going to
even.
help you out as much as you can because you're helping me. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours,
Yeah.
and that's a shame. You gotta shake your ass.
Yeah, I'm at the point which I'm Jordan says, kid, I care less what YouTube makes for me or don't make for me. I'm having a little bit of fun with that DIY channel, and I still got my obligation with Pits and Spits on the cooking channel. And until I'm done with that, then I'm not gonna worry a whole lot about it. I used to fret over it a lot, but what are you gonna do?
I've seen, well, there's a prime
Yeah.
example, and I'm actually, it really makes me sad. Um, so I can't remember her name. She's from Russia. She's a cute girl. I think she just turned 16 or 17. Well, she dances in the street playing a violin, and she's excellent with it. And she
Mm.
does her twirls and all this.
I know who you're talking about. She normally wears
She's
a dress and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
now she's getting into all this stuff where she was she got her driver's license. So look at me behind the wheel, and you can clearly see on the stand it's like a BMW or something like that. But and then there was another one where she was showing her vacation home, and again she's like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
But now in the past couple weeks, I've noticed that where she's wearing these low cut tops, walking so she gets a little bit of a bounce, and her father is in and does promotes and helps her do these videos, and I'm just thinking, that is just to me. I mean, I just think that that's their business, but I just think that's a little bit sad.
Yeah.
That it's that you're doing that when you probably don't even need to. And whatever happened to grow up first. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm too old school, I guess.
No, I know what you're saying. There's another girl I just started recently watching. I was a YouTube video I watched, and then it got me interested in this girl because of her talent. Man, she's an artist, and she does like portraits. She's got real famous of one she did of Jesus. Oh my God, I mean, she's got some really good talent. I can't remember her name. I just subbed that channel the other day, but um, unreal work. It's like holy crap, just naturally gifted, I reckon. But I'm not even into
Oh,
art, but that pretty much amazed me. How talented she is, playing off with colors and making something look so doggone real. The highlights
yeah.
in the hair and the skin, the shadows, everything about it.
And that's what I mean. I guess it's just I'm just jealous. I don't have the breastises. I don't have the young skin, the long flowing hair. It's probably just me being jealous, but I can't help thinking that there's just a little bit of that. You know, what a shame. It's just fame and fortune is how do I say that? Fame and fortune is taken away from their own outlook of themselves. But I don't know. I'll get off the rant now. Hannah Barron,
Yeah,
she's the one that does that catfish
yeah,
catching,
she's a
isn't
cute
it?
little thing. Boy, she talks more southern than I ever thought about talking.
Yeah, from Alabama.
Oof, man.
Got the record. Gravity effect. Huevos. Yeah, the
Yeah,
frog.
that's that old saying: if you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going on, I guess. But
Well, you showed your butt cheeks to the world, Lance. I mean, did it get you anywhere?
No, it didn't. That the video didn't do anything for me.
You should have had some hair on that ass.
Yeah.
I would drag my
Oh,
nuts
Jack, my
away.
nuts over
Here,
putting the
Hannah
glass
Barron
to hear
fart to
Anna
the
Barron
microphone.
fart. Oh
Here,
my God.
it would be a little squeak. Uh,
Oh, she's working out too. You tell she's working out.
yeah, she's fit.
She's trying to get those shit. What's the blonde country star singer legs? Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Trying to get them Carrie Underwood legs where they just work out their legs. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Easier to make lampshades out of glass with young skin. Out of girls with young skin. It's easier to make lampshades out of girls with young skin.
That sounds like some of that Jeffrey Dahmer stuff there.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean there, buddy. That's needed. Vibor. Yeah, there you
They probably
go.
got one. I've never looked to see.
Yeah, I bet you that would be something. I am so pale, I could sell the hell out of them things. This is me now.
Before and after.
Yeah, you come back out, open that door, and you see smoke come out the door when I open it up, and I'm all black, charred brown.
You got your red, white, and blue tones on.
Yeah, Ed Glenn joke, Ed Gein joke. I've never heard of him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've never been that person. I've never been. I've always. I mean, I could when I worked out, outdoors every day. I'd get a little color on me, but otherwise, I stay pale.
Oh, when I was younger, man, I was always at the beach surfing and stuff, or diving or something. I kept a dark tan, but that was many moons ago. I've got
This
things in my back like it's like early signs of what do you call that? Melanoma.
melanoma,
Yeah.
melanoma. Yeah,
I mean, they're not active or anything, but that's what's caused them spots, sun over the years.
yeah. This comment here from Tim reminds me. I talked to a buddy of mine a couple days ago and talked about getting old and all this and how bad his face skin looked and all that. That he's actually rubbing his face and all with tallow. He's giving himself lotion, facials with tallow.
Well, they make soap with tallow.
Yeah, and this is actual. Well, he's called it tallow. I didn't ask if it was like
No, yeah,
specific beef tallow.
yeah. I'm just saying they make soap because the tallow I reckon
Uh,
is good for your
yeah.
skin or whatever. I suppose that ain't what I do with tallow.
No, my wife's gotten into tallow. She's using more than I ever have.
Yeah, I've rendered my own before.
Uh,
I
Simon
never
said he had
could
a
bring myself.
dermatologist appointment this week to rule it out. So apparently, you've already got the results saying the graph says you're good.
Yeah, that is good news.
Ice cubes, Chris. Ice cubes.
Yeah,
Yep, definitely good news. Yep. So you already got it back. That's good news, Simon.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about it, Chris. The older you get, the worse it's gonna get.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
It's trying to sit on the toilet nowadays is murder, man.
Yeah, you need to get off that bicycle seat.
I think about it at work. People just say, "What is so and so doing?" Oh, he's over there sitting on his nuts, which means he ain't doing nothing.
Right, right.
Uh, yeah. When you get my age, that brings a whole new meaning to sitting on your nuts. Oh,
Yep,
oh.
yep. Go
Uh,
see about that nip and tuck thing there, Chris.
Fish on a boat with no shirt. I probably need to see a dermatologist to look
Fishing
at
on
my
a boat
back.
with no shirt.
Yeah, if you get them little dark little splotches, that's what that
Yeah,
is. That can turn into melanoma. Those started showing up when I was married to the wife before this one, and she's the one that noticed it. She goes, "You got things on your back that could turn to melanoma, whatever it is." And anyway, I could go look in a mirror through another mirror, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." I noticed Derek's got a few of them too on his back.
yeah. I think that's something that you have to really be concerned with. I remember a
Yeah,
story of someone that had melanoma, and I think it's something that can be pretty
melanoma will kill
serious.
you. Yeah, it can
Yeah,
kill you, or it will kill you. But he was on that sailboat, but it was only 3 years, but he was out in that sun every day with his shirt off. With me, I spent more time with my shirt off than he ever thought about. When I used to do the fence work, working for my dad, you know, uh, shoot, 16, 17, 18, 19. I was always out there with blue jeans, work boots, and no shirt on. Out there
right.
working, and I lived in the sun. Got plenty of vitamin D, but not so much anymore. You can tell sometime in the winter I start getting kind of white faced. Right now I got a little bit of color because I go outside quite a bit to the garage and working on this, that, and the other, just picking up sunlight here and there.
Yeah,
No,
I usually
I never did either. I used to use tanning oil like for dark, dark tan, that Tropicana that smells like coconuts. I'd put that on there. I really let it bake in.
never used a sunscreen in my life because you don't burn. See, I burn. I burn first,
Well,
and
if
I
I hadn't
burn
been in the
where I
sun
can't
for
be
a while, I
touched.
will, I will definitely burn. But if I get conditioned to it, I can go out there all day, every day, and never burn. Once I'm tan. But if I just go out there after a whole winter or whatever, no, I'm gonna burn.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, but I know it can be deadly. I remember a story or something. It's been a while back that someone had passed from melanoma. I didn't think you could pass from melanoma, but uh,
You didn't
apparently
think
can.
what?
I didn't think you could pass away by having melanoma.
Oh yeah, yeah, it can
Yeah.
kill you.
PSV, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Oh man, everybody's going live right now. We're getting
Yeah,
ready to. We got
yeah,
three alerts.
your live's almost over, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it 2 hours. It's got three freaking alerts for lives.
Yeah.
I guess one of them moved to Sunday apparently.
A couple of years ago when I bought that meat slicer, well, I got ready to clean that thing, and it has three little Phillips head screws that holds that blade on. And man, I could not take them off for nothing. It was wanting around the screws. I said, "All right, hang on." So I went and ordered me a hand impact driver, to kind of reverse that screw off of there. And anyway, it worked, And then when I put them back on there, I just put them tight enough where you could easily get it off with your hands, no more problems. But I don't know what I've done with that impact driver. I've been collecting tools for a year and a half now, and I've looked high and low. I said, what did I do with that? And I still don't know. It's buried somewhere, so I went ahead and ordered another one. It came in today. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hand impact driver. You take this one come with 4 different bits. You put your bit in there.
Right.
If I can figure out how it goes. There it is. Anyway, you got to turn this thing. Like if I turn it this way, when you hit it with a hammer, it'll tighten it. But if I turn it back to the left, when you hit it, it's gonna go counterclockwise.
Right. To loosen.
Right. You can put a socket on there or anything, and it just bam, like that. But whereas I like these sometimes because like with an impact driver, which I have a couple of them. It might be too much. Like on a Phillips head, it might round it off the bat. But if you take this and hit that screw, more than likely it's going to loosen it. But anyway, yeah, it just come in today. I said I hate to buy another one because I know I got a brand new one around here somewhere, but can't find it. I like having them
Yeah.
on hand.
I've heard of them. I didn't be honest with you. I can't say I really knew that they turned it all. I thought it was just a way of getting it in there and like setting that Phillips head, a little tighter than if you would if you were in a screwdriver.
Well, you can do that too, but I mainly
I didn't know
use
it
it to get
actually
things
be able
off.
to turn.
There's some cars with a brake rotor. They got little Phillips head screws
Yeah.
that you. Well, sometimes those are hard to get off. That's where I would more likely use that when I need it. Doing brakes on rotors that had those little screws that pull them in tight. What does everyone think
I
about
haven't
this?
heard anything about it.
Atlas Comet NASA is saying it's a 7% chance it's
That's
an
an
alien
alien
probe.
probe. Atlas Comet. There's a joke in there. Think about Atlas Comet.
I heard a joke the other day about something probe. What was it? I can't remember it.
I never heard
Yeah,
that.
it's spring loaded.
Yeah. Afterlife. Look it
I
up
had a
on
guy.
YouTube.
I used to do maintenance on apartments years ago when I was still in my 20s, I guess. And that's the first time I ever seen one. But he's the one that showed me them way back then. We had something we needed it for, and he had one. So I had to buy me one way back then. I don't know where that one's at either.
I had to send Randy a picture. He used to always have this saying, "Show me your butthole," and damn, if I didn't see a damn hat
Yeah,
today
there was an
on
Uncle
Facebook.
Dickie that had that ball cap, and I think Randy ended up getting one to show me your butthole.
Is that what it was? I was thinking it came from Randy,
Yeah,
but
Uncle Dickie.
I couldn't believe when I saw that, and I don't have any idea who the hell they had the
After
hat
a
made.
while,
That's what they
look
did.
into
And I
it
was
on
like,
YouTube. Y'all know that woman? She's kind of cute, and there's some guy. It's somebody's different voice. Some guy telling a joke. It's not always the same voice. It's like he's in the room with her, and she's sitting there making his faces like surprise, and then she'll laugh. But anyway, I heard something today about probing, and it was something about a butt, and I can't remember what it was. A lot of the jokes she's telling her I've heard of before, but that one I hadn't heard. It was pretty funny. I wish I could remember it. Oh, I know what it was. It wasn't, but it was about probing Uranus. They have a new telescope that's going to be probing Uranus, and you know, and then it went on and on and on. But anyway, yeah, it's about probing
What is
Uranus.
up, Eric Wayrock? How are you, sir? I hope to see you get the end of this month myself there, Eric. You're another one I'd be glad to see, meet up with. That's going to be the joke.
Here it is right here. Scientists have been planning a mission to explore the ice giant, and the headlines that announce NASA or European missions to probe Uranus inevitably, I can't even say it, generate a round and seismic. Wait a minute, that's not the joke. This is. Come on. Thought I was on it, but I'm not. I'll have to find it some other time.
Eric, you watching MSC Aquatics? He's got a couple nice guest speakers that came on at 8, almost an hour ago. I like being over there, get up there, but we've been going live at 7 for a number of years, so I can't always make it to MNC's live, but I think he's got a few guest speakers on there tonight. Three more minutes. Yep.
Obviously, there's a lot of jokes about Uranus.
Trying to think who was on there. It was I can't think of their names. I'll tell you, that's one thing that I've noticed of being old, getting older, Russ, is that I cannot remember stuff at the spur of the moment.
I'm same
What's up,
way.
Guggen? If
Some
I'm,
things I can remember, no problem. Kind of
I
like
could
that
just
joke. I
have
can't remember it.
a casual conversation, and I just, nothing don't bother me, but let someone ask me something right spot on at that moment. I gotta be
Yeah.
able to answer it. I'm terrible with that stuff anymore.
Yep. Don't get no better, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess I'm just grateful that I'm sure there's always that chance, but I just I don't want to see a dementia. I mean, I just something I've always worried about. I've seen people, a buddy of mine, his wife, and her mom. I was pretty close to her family, and to see her, before and after with the dementia stuff, it was sad. I mean, it was so sad.
Yeah,
To the
my
where she
mother had.
didn't even recognize. She didn't even recognize her own daughter, and I just thought that was just.
My mother had it, which it was diagnosed as Alzheimer's. I think they're both basically the same thing, aren't they? Dementia,
Um,
Alzheimer's.
yeah,
They eventually get to where they can't remember to breathe. That's how bad it is. You
yeah.
know.
I remember sitting there one day, and this woman just wound back and just smacked her right across her face, and I was so shocked. I just couldn't believe it.
Oh,
This
it's
little
showing
woman,
signs of her
huh?
propulsion system. I was reading Randy's
Well,
thing. He must be serious. It's
comment on
showing
like it was
signs of a
weird,
propulsion system. UFOs.
huh?
They're going to come down here and save us.
Yeah. All right, Des. Stevie's going live. Jeff's going live. The other Jeff's going live. Mike's getting ready to come off of it. Alien's already here, Randy. That's the mothership coming. Take him back.
Wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me nowadays.
Yep. I'm gonna go through it. Yep, you're absolutely right,
Yep.
Simon.
Yep.
A lot of us in here that went through it with you, not as much as you did. Obviously, you lived with it, but I can remember some of the stories of it. It's a sad thing. I remember this same woman, um, her husband, because he couldn't let her out of his sight. You know, everywhere he went, she was right beside him. And we
Yeah.
were in this store, and I heard this. I thought it was a child playing, and it was her, laughing and giggling, running up and down the aisles, thinking she was playing hide and go seek from him, like catch me if you can type thing. And
Yeah.
it was just so sad. But she was just as like a Southern Belle type thing. She was just a little petite woman. She was always immaculate, always dressed nice, and anything that came out of her mouth, it was polished. And to see her like that was just so devastating for me. But
Yeah. Yep. Same thing happened to my mother's. My dad had to stop her one day. She was going out the door, and he's like, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" And she's like, "I got to go take care of them babies." And she was reverting back in time.
yeah,
She was one of the older kids out of 11 kids, and she used to help her mom raise those younger ones, which
yeah,
were mainly boys. There was 9 boys and 2 girls, and that's where her mom was at that time. So he had to get her back in the house, and then he called the doctor. The doctor gave something to sedate her, and she stayed sedated from then to the day she died, which is a year later. And just yeah, it's horrible. My dad, it was hard on him. He's the one that had to, now he had nurses come every day to clean her up and things like that, but literally just lay there to where they can't eat no more. They forget how to swallow. They forget to chew, and then your involuntary muscles start shutting down. Eventually your heart forgets to beat, or it can't beat. It just shuts down.
yeah. Well, she got to the point where she had, well, hospice ended up coming in, but I mean, they had a nurse come in and help her, like for the bathing end of it. But um, I used to do a lot of work on her houses,
Hey,
maintenance and
Randy.
keeping the stuff up. And I remember her just sitting there and laying in bed, just all crunched up, fetal position, just rocking back and forth, and it was
Yeah.
just sad to see, that kind of stuff happen. I think
Well,
there's probably, all right, Randy.
what's funny? It's not funny. I mean, what's strange? Let me reword that. It's kind of like you just said, like I'm getting where I can't remember nothing. My mom used to say the same thing. We'd be in the kitchen. This is still when she had some pretty good brain, and she goes, "Now, what was I going to say?" She goes, "I swear, I think I'm getting that Alzheimer's." She'd say that all the time. And sure enough, if she didn't, but she just got to where, which older people do that naturally anyway,
Yeah,
if you don't exercise your brain enough.
yeah,
But yeah, I remember it like yesterday, and sure enough, you get to that point. I was out there one day. I was putting a patio or a porch cover on their house over a porch, and I was out there working up on a ladder, and she'd open the door. She goes, "Russ, you want anything to eat? Are you hungry?" Like that. I'm like, "No, I'm fine, thank you." Like that. And she closed the door. My dad was out there. It wouldn't be a minute later. Open the door. "Hey, Russ, you want something to eat? Are you hungry?" She did
yeah,
that like 5 times, and finally my dad would get angry. He said he didn't want nothing, like
right.
that. And I'm like, good Lord. She just couldn't remember from 5 minutes ago to now, But she could remember
Right,
everything about years ago. She'd resort
right,
back to when she was young.
right.
Very strange.
All right, Russ, we're going to get ready to cut this off here.
All right,
Working
man.
that way. CV is live. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia. She's live. She just went live, as a matter of fact. So there's a couple other people live, but none that y'all really know about. A couple other fish community people that are live. But
Yeah.
go over and check out CV. I think she's doing some fried chicken, is it? Fried something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was fried something tonight. Oops, wrong one. Oh, is she cooking? Cooking crickets. Never mind. It was cooking crickets like a boss. So no, it's not fried chicken. The hell was I thinking about? But anyway, go check her out. Looks like Simon is not live this coming Tuesday. He's still under doctor's orders. He's got to follow what the man says, or he's going to mess himself up. So we got Dez on Friday, and we got Eddie on Saturday, and we'll be back Sunday as long as things are keep going the way they are. And then Columbus Day will probably do another live from the mountains of PA, but we will see. That's weeks away. Thank you all for coming in. We appreciate y'all every week. We just love all you people. Y'all been around for a while. Like I said, I was looked at that flashback video from 2 years ago, and I was seeing names, the same names that are in here, that were in that video, and I just think that's pretty damn cool. If you ever think you're not doing something right and you see something like that, then you can't help but think you're doing something right. Channel may not be grown, but damn people are getting old with you. So love it. Russ,
All right,
again, thank you so much, buddy. Week after week, appreciate you being here beside me, and
sure.
enjoy the content, enjoy your company. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.